Yo, what's going on, party people, party crashers? Oh, it is another beautiful day in paradise. I am dead inside, and we're all barely making it through the day. But god damn it, this is America. This is a place of dreams, nightmares. If you are joining us on Twitch or YouTube, thank you very much. If you are joining us on TikTok, you are not going to get a lot of attention. And if you're joining us on Instagram, you're going to get very little attention. So if you want to do us a solid, there is like a little fucking thing on my lens every goddamn day. And I don't know what it is. It's so weird. Why does that happen? It's like a little dirt speck. What is that? Oh, it's driving me nuts, you guys. There we go. It's gone now. What the fuck? See, I don't understand why that happens. Whoever's here, say hello. Or it doesn't count. This is it. We're going to talk a little bit about the stock market today. We're going to talk about why money's fake. We're going to talk about how, what's up, Jackie Fendler? It's on your lens. I checked that, Marshall Ghetto. Thanks for coming in. What's up, producer Paul AM? Hey, y'all. Why don't you, it's a pimple? No, it's not a pimple. I have excellent skincare. Thank you, Barb. Why don't you all click the link and join us in a platform that isn't owned by a MAGA billionaire? Sorry, I'm taking a look. I'm doing like a little thing here with Oh, that's crazy. I can see myself right now. It's so weird. Um mm, How we doing, everybody? Thanks for coming out. Sorry, getting set up here. Everything is a nightmare. Everything is difficult. If you're not joining us on Twitch, you could be helping us more. What's going on, people? If you're here, say hello. Oh yeah, baby. What's up, YouTube people? Yeah, so we're going to do some stuff today. It's gonna be fun, hopefully. I don't know. I'm having a bad day. How's everybody else doing? Say hello. Say hello to my I don't have any friends. No, I'm just kidding. I have friends. Let me take a look here. So I kind of wanted to do this thing. I got monetized on Facebook recently. I've made a whopping $75 for like 250,000 views. So you know, I think I was able to pay my rent last year just on TikTok, and then the Democratic Party, in its infinite wisdom, decided that uh, China was taking over our internet or something. So basically, what happened was content creators got demonetized by and large, and now we are at the mercy of our audience. Hopefully, uh, you guys are all willing to help us out. But I'm trying to find where the fuck is my timeline. They made these fucking platforms a slot machine. I swear to God. Here we go. This is ass. Hang on a second. Facebook is crazy bad now. I mean, it's always been bad, but it's like, here, we're going to react to some shit that these people are being fed. 1 second. This is what your mom is watching. Sorry, everybody. I'm grieving right now, so I needed to get some comfort drinks. Not alcoholic. I got a big ass thing of water here. It's water. Hey, I so appreciate your channel. Thanks, Lucy Ball. BRB. Do you crash funerals too? Yeah, why not? I got a cup of coffee here, and then I got 7 Up. Yeah, thank the Ellisons for the TikTok mess. You're goddamn right. So yeah, I've Facebook's been pretty monetized. I think that the boomers have just discovered short form video content. You know, like this is like, wow, popular comedian reveals brother stole millions from him, hid the cash in spaghetti sauce. Like, come on, man. What is going on? This is the generation of Walter Cronkite. Hey, what's going on, Sprout? This is what we're fucking left with. This is what they're feeding our parents and our grandparents. Oh my God, Justin. Kurt Russell just detonated a nuclear bomb on Jimmy Kimmel, and the fallout left him speechless. One toxic joke on live television was all it took. Kurt is now demanding serious consequences, but ABC just dropped evidence that completely rewrote the story. What happened next shocked everyone in the room. Full story in the comment below. Let's look at all the shit that they're being fed. Viral celeb US. God, our entire fucking ecosystem is just our information ecosystem is literally just the shit that they used to sell at supermarket counters, but now it's like this is oh, Valenti had a live right now. I love that guy. Yeah, God, it's so bad. I don't even want to read this article. It's like, this is the kind of shit. Look, see, this is it. IlluminatiWatcher.com. Boom. This is what the wealthiest. Unbelievable. Real ways in why she left stepping down. It's all just clickbait, man. How many fucking Jimmy Kimmel? What is their obsession with Jimmy Kimmel? Cancel culture. Snickers removing beloved Dick vein. Okay, that's kind of funny. This is it. This is it. Oh, look at all this AI. It's all just AI slop. Princess Cruise TM Jack Chair. Yeah, seriously. Oh my fucking god! If I see another goddamn, look at this cop fans. What the fuck? What is this shit? Oh my god, dude, this is such slop. Truth about expired canned food. How long is it really safe? Find out more in the comments. What is this shit, dude? Did you know that cremated bodies don't? And that's it. That's it. That's the whole post. Are these people fucking high? This is the kind of shit that your parents are watching. The left's worst fear. White women who won't back down to the cancel culture left. Do you still support them? And they don't even know it's AI. Look at this. 10,000 likes. Wow. It's not a Sophie's support of women in sports isn't a left or right issue. I think their moms might have sung them this song. Wow, so they have wow, this is a lot of holy shit. Okay, this is one of the deepest things I've seen on the book, and ever. I mean, I haven't been on Facebook for 15 years now. Okay. So the original post, the left's worst fear, white women who won't back down to the cancel culture left. Do you still support them? And then I don't know who the fuck this is. This is the basketball player. That's Sydney Sweeney. This is a Rage Against the Machine lyric. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Rage Against the Machine lyric being sung by what's her name? Son of a bitch. Julie Andrews' character, Maria, in the Sound of Music, which is about fighting fascism, which is a band that has been outspokenly anti-fascist, posted by this guy. I think their moms might have sung them this song. Got 2 banger reactions. Got a thumbs up and a chuckle. Is this guy confused or what? Gregory, do you not understand the fucking contradictions? This is what happens when you let people who have not been vetted. Duncan Crossberry, you're back. I'm glad you're here because Duncan, you gifted a sub. You gifted a sub. You were the first person to ever gift a sub on our channel. So I was waiting for you to come back, and I'm going to make you a watercolor. Okay? I'm going to make you a watercolor because you gifted a sub on our channel, which meant the world to me. And you're the reason why I have this Twitch thing up, because I didn't shout you out for gifting the sub because I didn't see it because I'm on this third-party thing, which is actually a pretty good thing. But, okay, good. Good. I'm glad you're here, Duncan. I'm relieved. I was like, holy shit, dude. And you can see our wall. It has a lot of good art on it. Well, I don't know if it's good, but I've made a couple drawings for a lot of people. I have one up there for Sprout for helping us fight a bot. I got one up there for Ept Nation because shout out to Gary, Indiana. I have one for our friend Claire Elena. I have one of David Lynch. I got one of Pom Pom Perrin dead on a pool table. That one's a personal. Art looks hip as fuck. Thanks, Duncan. I don't know. I feel like a derp lord. I feel like a loser right now, but it's because of personal problems. But anyways, at least I'm not on Facebook. I can't tell if it's AI slop. Uh, I only know Sweeney. Who are the other two? Uh, yeah, I support all that have common sense. Yes, they are women full of plain old common sense. Thank God there's a thumbs up, fist, peace sign. Still women out there like that. Right conservatives with more common sense than you could ask for. Amen, Almighty Father God, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Common sense artwork. I look at this. They missed the finger. The whole point of the Sistine Chapel is the fingers touch. They're supposed to touch. You couldn't even get the AI prompt to make the fingers touch. What the fuck is going on? Common sense artwork. Thank you, Brian. Why does your face look like a catcher's mitt? Oh, it's not your face. Look, this is his updated cover photo. Wow. Fucking banger, dude. What? Somebody get these people universal health care so we don't have to watch them fucking pour their brains out on the internet. And I swear to God, if I see another fucking breaking Jimmy Kimmel, look at this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God, she walked out. Drops bombshell announcement on camera. Francesca's cool. I think I'm going to go on her show soon. Maybe if we give Natalie Hart the Barbie, she'll be the one to do it. Do it. That's actually funny. That's good. God, this is just such trash. Of course, Rob Schneider is the one comedian against Stephen Colbert. Dude, can we get some like culturally relevant commentary? It's boomer shit. If God existed and saw this, he would have smited the planet by now. Thank you, Duncan. Finally, somebody is talking sense. I can't believe I was raised in this by this generation. Mopes, dude. If you're watching on Instagram, you should be on Twitch or YouTube or Substack because those are all places that aren't infested by boomers. They're actually obsessed with Jimmy Kimmel. I don't understand the fascination with Jimmy Kimmel. I truly don't. I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike for even posting something from Jimmy Kimmel, but what are you gonna do? I mean, you have no choice. Let's see here. Oh, this was so funny. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good at Twitter, y'all. I'm good at Twitter. It's been a while. I'm coming back to all these old legacy platforms. Fecal attraction. That's funny. Cause he pooped. That's good. I like that. Oh my God. Why is the free press obsessed with making themselves the victims all the time? I'm a huge fan of the Jews. Big supporter of Jews. I hate anti-Semites. Being anti-Zionist is not being anti-Semitic. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. Defense DSA voices, hell yeah. What's up, Chris Van Hollen? I love Chris Van Hollen, too. Yo, did everybody watch Jake Lang get his ass shellacked in Minnesota? Spider-Man kicked his butt. Let's see if we can find the Spider-Man Jake Lang clip. It's because it's what the kids are watching. I'm sure Elon Musk probably is. Let's see here. A person dressed as Spider-Man punches Jake Lang during the Minneapolis rally. Cool. Black girl. That's clean. That is clean. Yeah, Zionists are trash. So's Jake Lang, because he's a racist anti-Semite. All right, TMZ. That was like we get it. You had one clip. You did 3 clips. We needed 1 clip. Here we go. Oh, what?
Does whatever a spider can.
Let's see what this is. Is he just I like it. This is good. You got to have a flair for the dramatic. I like that guy too. He put his hand on his back. He's like, "You're gonna go kick his ass, right?" That needed to happen, big time. I don't advocate for political violence or whatever. He has a skimpy ass. Yeah, Duncan, he does. I do too, but I'm not a Nazi, so let's see here. I can't draw Spider-Man, but I can draw Jake Lang. I can draw Jake Lang getting his ass kicked. Maybe. All right. Let's see what else we got here today. Dang, this is so cool. I really like what they're doing with I really like what can we get this guy can we get this guy out? Hell yeah. That's Love. His name is Billy Love. Here we go. TV airs insane ad against Barron Trump. Let's see, $10 million bounty. What? BRB. Oh, the captions made it better. The fuck? What? I can't click out of what is going on, y'all? Audio. Good. Okay, that's still working. Son of a bitch. All right. All right, I'm gonna have to do some voiceover narration here. Apparently Barron lives on the upper student dormitories, which is bullshit. His parents pay for everything. The inside of his house is the same. It's the same shade as cocaine because he likes to think that he can just snort the world. He's got a movie theater where he sits alone. It's decorated like Darth Vader. It looks like there might be a force field there that you have to get into. He plays FIFA, and he wears the jersey of the country that gave his dad an airplane. And he likes to play Xbox. He has a Discord, apparently. He's not in the Party Crashers Discord. He has FC26. I don't know what that is. It's got a Visit Rwanda thing. So I think that's Arsenal. It looks like he is being surrounded again by figures made of cocaine. And there is some of his friends. These look like his fake accounts. I don't know. We're in the lair of the Emperor now. This is very likely Stephen Miller creeping on Barron Trump because he's got kind of a love-hate thing going on with him. It's a very complicated relationship. Oh, you guys aren't even seeing the ad. What the I have to start over now. My bad. Okay, well, this is good. You guys are going to appreciate this. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Wow. That's so irresponsible. So irresponsible of me. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me, please. Okay. Here we go. So this is an ad that the Iranian government released. This is a horrible thing that they're doing here. We got Barron Trump. He's in a building made of cocaine. Barron is obviously the freakishly tall one whose head is not touching the ceiling, which is inaccurate. That's Trump Tower. This looks like his dorm room. Constant Milstein Family and Academic Center. Wow, they posted the address. That's messed up. That's okay. So this is Trump Tower made of cocaine. This whole entire city is made of cocaine. It looks like it's a Don Jr. dream. That's Barron Trump, Iranian AI Barron Trump, which he's sitting in a room. Looks like a lot of NPCs that his family hired. There's some Secret Service agents that are dressed like guys who are good at Fortnite or whatever. This is the dormitory that's shaped like cocaine, or it looks like cocaine. Barron likes to guess because he has so much. He just he finds some on his sheets. Oh, this is the Darth Vader lair. Barron has a force field apparently. This is a force field. He's wearing a Fly Emiratis jersey because Qatar gave him the airplane. They gave him the Arsenal jersey. I don't know why he looks like one of the guys from Oasis if he worked at a bank, but apparently Barron's on Xbox, Discord, and FC26. So, yeah, I don't know if you know how to read Farsi, but those were his usernames. We're back in the that guy's an NPC. Oh, these are his Finstas, maybe. Liam Carter. Wow, he's got a LinkedIn and an Instagram. This is Stephen Miller's lair. He's looking at Barron because he thinks Barron's really hot. Stephen Miller's taking some time off gooning to look up the first son. And I think we're going to get a reveal here. I think that this is definitely... Oh, Boludan. What is going on? Why is there a Boludan? Okay, Incel University for the regime. Yeah, it's the Incel University. What's up, regular person? Hey, Effed Up Nation, what's going on? There we go. What's up, Steve? How's it going? Pretty good, Manuel. Thanks for coming in. We're just going over this video here. We got the butler here with the champagne bottle. That is illegal. I don't think Barron's 21, is he? What's he got a champagne bottle? Not only is that a bottle, that's haram. Whoa, why were there dudes unloading shit from the trunk? Most confusing video I've ever seen. That's the most confusing video I have ever seen. That was a Barron Trump. Why is there an Aaron Hernandez video? What the Dude, I swear to God, TMZ is like if Facebook was a publication. Its DSA aims to destroy entire constitutional system. Wow, now we're back to Facebook. Hey, what's up, Steve? Now this looks fun. What the fuck is going on inside their brains? Oh my God, I don't know. I'm just gaming while I listen. That's cool. Manuel F12 Ox, I appreciate you for coming in and saying what's up. If you're on Twitch, we have subscriptions enabled, which is cool. You can also give us bits. We're not monetized on YouTube yet, but if you go over and watch some of our videos, that'll help. And if you are on Instagram, you're kind of not really helping us. But thanks for tuning in. Substack, you can obviously do that, but I don't know anybody on Substack. I got 124 subscribers there. We got 28,000 on YouTube, though, which is cool. So, yeah, let's see. We did a little bit of Facebook reactions. We've got some news here about Barron Trump. I want to talk a little bit about Gaza. Okay, very cool. Argentina's got a march going on right now. I've been to Argentina. Very cool. Wow, look, Sweden's got it too. Hell yeah, man. Well, congratulations on being at the park, chilling. Good luck. Everybody send some love to Manuel. Tell him we're rooting for him. We hope he gets that job he wants. W protesters is right, Sprout. Let me see here. Oh my gosh. Look at this shit. I swear to God, if everybody who signed a bomb that was sent to Israel is not reminded during the 2028 presidential primary, I am going to do it. I'm going to tell every motherfucker who signed a bomb before it went overseas. Did you know that, look at this. Holy shit. This is why I can't do this on TikTok, because they would ban me immediately. So apparently they bombed a mosque, and this Twitter user makes a very good point, which is not only are they targeting civilian infrastructure, but mosques have a lot of different records, like death records, marriage records. Gaza never even had any military to kill in the first place. They had Hamas. But the thing is that, like, this is why it was bullshit. This is why everybody who knew anything about I don't know anything about the military. I've read books about wars, okay? I've read a lot of books about wars, specifically books about the Middle East and how we fucked up in Iraq. And the biggest thing we did in Operation Iraqi, whatever the fuck, basically that was like Operation Bibi Netanyahu 1. What's up, chicken? Thank you for jumping in. I gotta make everybody who's a Valental a different. I'm gonna make them a little card. Yesterday we made cards, but basically what happens is with insurgencies, it's important to remember that when you're dealing with an insurgency, the only way to defeat an insurgency is to remove support from the civilian population that is supporting the insurgency. Now, Bibi Netanyahu, he destroyed the only viable alternative to Hamas, aka the Palestinian Authority, by funding Hamas. He went to Qatar. Him and Mossad brought $40 million. Let's see here. Benjamin Netanyahu funds Hamas. Let's see. Chuck Schumer never, ever talks about this. Here we go. This is in the Times of Israel. This is in the Times of Israel. For years, Netanyahu propped up Hamas. Now it's blown up in our faces. For years, the various governments led by Benjamin Netanyahu took an approach that divided power between the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, bringing Palestinian Authority leader Mahmoud Abbas to his knees while making moves that propped up the Hamas terrorist group. The idea was to prevent Abbas or anyone else in the Palestinian West Bank Authority from advancing towards the establishment of a Palestinian state. Thus, amid his bid to impair Abbas, Hamas was upgraded from a mere terror group to an organization with which Israel held direct negotiations via Egypt, and one that was allowed to receive infusions of cash from abroad. Hamas was also included in discussions about increasing the number of work permits Israel granted to Gazan laborers, which kept money flowing into Gaza, meaning food for families and ability to purchase basic products. So Benjamin Netanyahu legitimized this group of people. Yep, classic divide and conquer move, and control the narrative. That's exactly, and you know who he got this move from? He got it from Saddam Hussein. He got it from Bashar al-Assad. He got it from every Middle East strongman who always had a strong organization that the West viewed as a threat, and they always kept them just powerful enough so that the West would say, well, he's better than the other people, but they're propping him up so that he can stay in power. And then on October 8th, somebody wrote this in the Times of Israel. They admitted that he was cynically supporting Hamas and giving them money. And the reason he was doing that is because he is just like Donald Trump. And this imperialist state is fucking falling apart. So all they're doing is they just want to maximize the power that they have and avoid going to fucking prison. Because he knows that his entire cabinet has committed war crimes. This guy is the Slobodan Milosevic of the 21st century. Mark my words, he is going to jail. And so what happened was Bibi is supporting Hamas and keeps them strong enough to do the shit that they did on October 7th. Then, literally a week later, I remember because I was in an argument with somebody who I'm no longer in conversations with. But I was getting in an argument because they're like, well, they have a right to defend themselves, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, we saw what they did with the fucking beepers in Lebanon. That did not involve invading Lebanon. They literally took out 800 people in Hezbollah and hurt a bunch of innocent people. If they wanted to get rid of Hamas, they would have done that. But instead, it was a pretextual invasion. That's what it was. They let it happen, and then as soon as it did happen, they had the Hannibal Directive, all that stuff. As soon as it happened, they went in and they're like, this is our excuse. And so then they went in and they started seizing land because they wanted to do the Greater Israel Project. It's a tale as old as time. Remember, if you ever want to counter an insurgency, the first thing you need to do is win over the support of the local population. This is the single biggest mistake in American military history that we make time and time again. We did it in Iraq, we did it in Afghanistan, we did it in Vietnam. I don't know if we did in Korea, but did in Vietnam. We should have never, but that's the problem. The problem is that the United States of America, they're always fighting the last war. You know, when we went to Iraq and Afghanistan, everybody had been training to invade countries that were under the influence of the Soviet bloc. So, not Afghanistan, not Iraq, not in the middle of the fucking desert. They were thinking about jungles. Okay? There was one battle in Vietnam. That was in a city. It was the Battle of Hue. It was actually pretty crazy. There's a good book about it. It's definitely on the Party Crashers reading list. I'm starting a Goodreads, by the way. I'm going to put all my favorite books on there so that everybody can read what I've read if you want, and you know what I'm talking about and where I get my information. Book club and military history. So, and then we're going to do a little book club video series and a little movie club too. And it's going to be fun. And you all can let's see here. Many of those wars also just turned into wars on the population as a whole. Too many races for it to be a war against insurgents. Yes, absolutely. See Reification by Timothy Buse. Okay. Thank you, Lucy. The more books read, the better. I agree. Chicken nuggies. I just want to say, Valentals, thank you so much for coming here and saying hello. It really means a lot to us. Meg is pretty burnt out because she's been doing a lot of great work to help expose there's this predator in the Chicago politics scene that she's been fighting against. You can go to her channel on Instagram and show her some love, but wish she could be here more, but definitely happy to be here whenever I can. You are good, Nuggies. You are good. The fact that you're even here is an honor. It really means a lot. Really means a lot. I'm glad I hope that y'all are liking the content. Definitely tell me more of what we can do to make it better. We're just trying to have some fun. So basically what happened was in the Battle of Hue, I think the book is by the guy who wrote Black Hawk Down. Okay, so let's go to yeah, Mark Bowden. That was it. That's a good book. Uh, okay, so basically what happened was, if you want to set this up, how would you even start? Uh, let's see, New York Times. Is it paywalled? I swear to God. Okay. Uh, uh, son of a bitch. Why can't anything just not be paywalled? Uh, everything is a fucking ad. Continue to cite. Okay, here we go. It's Mark Bowden. He wrote this book. Okay, so this is so the Battle of Hue was crazy though, because basically it was like the only conflict where in Vietnam, hey, what's up, Paulie B? Thanks for hopping on, everybody. Battle of Hue was in Vietnam. It was the only time that we had to fight in a city. Okay, so basically what happened was the city is like really old. It had 140,000 people in it. It was the ancient imperial capital of Vietnam. If you want to see where it is in the Vietnam is kind of like this long snake-looking thing, and that's where Hue is. So it's like right in the middle. Now, what happened was on the Tet holiday, which was, for those of you who don't know what the Tet Offensive was, it was this big 1968 thing where the Vietnamese basically decided they were going to do an assault on the holiday. And the United States was like, well, that's their New Year's. They're not going to screw us up. They would never fight on New Year's. But they did. And they caught everybody by surprise. Now, it was called the General Offensive, General Uprising. So it was going to be with conventional and guerrilla military action, and it was going to be aimed at the South Vietnamese military and government, who we had been propping up. And ARVN, which is the Military Assistance Command of Vietnam, which is like the South Vietnamese troops that we were propping up. Surprise Kill Vanish by Annie Jacobson. I got to get back. Book for the club. I got to get back to work. Have a great stream, dog. Appreciate you, Chance. Neil Postman. Okay, Surprise Kill Vanish. Manuel, what was the David Graeber? You guys all have to... okay, David Graeber. I have to write this. Neil Postman. Let's see here. Surprise, Kill, Vanish. Kill, Vanish. Let's see here. You love reading? That's good. Reification by Timothy Buse. Okay, this is all good stuff, everybody. Keep them coming. We're going to read all these books. I'll let you know which one I'm going to read first. That way you all can follow along. Balls as fuck. Ballsy as fuck to fight on their holiday. Love that. Yeah, I know. They did not. They were the no general fucking around crew. So the headquarters of ARVN was located at the garrison. It's pretty close to the Citadel, which is where Hue, that was kind of like the center of it. So basically what happened was on January 28th, the PAVN and the Viet Cong were tasked with attacking the city. And then on the 30th, there had been an initial ceasefire, but they basically canceled the ceasefire, and they basically invaded this town. So it's basically a city, and this was kind of this was the layout. So there was this river here, and then there was all this other stuff. There was this palace, and actually, strangely enough, the ARVN were the guys that we were supporting. They were the South Vietnamese army that was anti-communist or whatever. And then we had the United States Marines here. Now, this was weird because the Marines, you know, marine biology, these are guys that are used to, like, fighting near the ocean and shit. So what the hell they were doing in a town, I'll never know. But I don't know if anybody will know. But basically what happened was it became so bogged down in fighting block to block that the Vietnamese, hang on a second, I gotta get back to the wiki. I read the book, but it's been like 5 years, so I'm just kind of doing this off the dome. Okay, I don't need all this like nerdy battle shit. Okay, here we go. Attack. Early morning of January 31st, a division-sized force of PAVN VC soldiers launched a coordinated attack of the city of Hue. 2 battalions attacked the western wall of the citadel. They were going for the garrison of the ARVN. ARVN basically folded, and the United States Marine Corps was basically in charge of going in and had a counterattack. So they went to the southern suburbs of the city, and they were taking heavy fire, and they had to establish defensive positions. And eventually what happened was they're trying to invade this city, and they have to go block by block and with tanks. Paul Guest, Lucy Bell, you have amazing you have some deep cuts here. I love that. So basically, as you can see here, when they're invading, they're basically going block by block through this city, which they had not been doing the entire time. They had been trained to go through jungles, sort of, because in World War II, they were not used to doing that either. And so they are basically lining up, and they're trying to go block by block to recapture this town. And the Vietnamese are dug in all of these defensive positions. It was basically a street fight, block by block. I remember reading in Mark Bowden's book that there was definitely like some kind of device they had to use to tear walls down and go from the next block. Play video. And it was brutal. The fighting was insane. It was like, here we go. So as you can see here, we got these guys. They're going through the through the city, and they're just like taking walls down, and people are just springing up out of nowhere. I don't know what the movie Full Metal Jacket was based on, like what battle, that end battle though. I think it was based on the city of Hue, where they have the one sniper up in the tower, and they're like going block by block with the tank. In Full Metal Jacket, that's like the last set piece of the movie. They're hiding behind walls. It was a nightmare. It was the worst possible scenario. This battle. We took massive casualties. The Viet Cong sapped a ton of our strength in this battle. The Marines fought so hard. But just like the rest of the soldiers in Vietnam, they were just left out to dry because Washington, D.C. didn't know what the fuck they were doing. The whole entire metric for success in this war was basically body count. Yeah. Homage to Catalonians. That's good. We'll definitely read about the Spanish Civil War. I went to Ronda. It's a really good, there's this huge bridge in southern Spain. And it's basically where the fascists threw a bunch of Spanish nationalists. Those were the good guys in the Civil War off the bridge. And then the good guys then threw a bunch of fascists off the bridge. It was pretty cool. It looks like something out of Lord of the Rings. I'll pull up a picture of it here in a second. But as you can see, like, these guys are just basically going to the center of this city, fighting their asses off. They're left with very little resources. They have no equipment to take a city. They have no equipment to take a city. They were not prepared for this in the least. And then, despite this, okay, despite this massive failure of not of the Marines that fought the battle, but of the strategic minds who were supposed to be supporting them, everybody sent to Iraq to fight in the city, and no one knows what the hell they're doing. I mean, and here's the thing about the U.S. military. This is why we always get shellacked by smaller, more determined countries. There are two. Moderating's pretty good. What's up, Satali? I don't know if I said that right. Moderating's pretty good. We had a bit of a bot problem. Sprout jumped in and took over. Got a field promotion. Is there? So the thing is this is the crazy thing, right? The United States never has The United States, oh, there you go. Who was talking about civilians? There you go. This is Operation Phoenix. They were basically trying to identify Viet Cong, and they were just killing them. That was kind of what the CIA wanted them to do. They were basically creating these like hamlets where they would go into these hamlets. They would like shake down people, ask if they were Viet Cong, blindfold them, separate them. Arvin did the same thing, which was the South Vietnamese army that we were backing. This is the thing that the United States always does. They always do, though, right? They back an extremist dictator that's anti-communist or anti-whatever they want. And then they basically just excuse whatever war crimes they have to commit in the name of larger strategy. But here's the thing they don't tell you, okay? It's W sprout, mama avocado. Basically how they train ice, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing they don't tell you about the U.S. You don't make a lot of money if you're a defense contractor selling weapons that actually win wars, because you're always, if it takes you several $1 billion to develop a Tomahawk missile, for example, okay, you're going to spend all that research and development on building Tomahawk missiles. But then what happens, right? Iran, Ukraine, they build these $400 drones, right? So the military-industrial complex does not like drones, unless it's a Reaper drone, because those things are fucking expensive. So what you do is you incentivize military contractors to continue to build these legacy products that they spent a ton of money on R&D on, right? Because you got to, like, if you're building a Tomahawk missile, you have to build the guidance system, you have to build the rocket fuel, you have to build all the things that make it capable of committing heinous acts of destruction. Yep, that is how they train ice. If you put your mind to it, Nuggies, you can do anything. I'm about to be a small, determined country. Yeah, no. So here's the thing, right? What is Raytheon? How is Raytheon going to report to its shareholders that now the newest, best thing in warfare is a $400 drone that you can buy at Costco? How are you going to make any money for your shareholders doing that? You're not. And no matter how hard they try, they're still going to be behind, because they're going to say, we created this $2 billion drone takedown system. And guess what will have happened by the time that drone takedown system is actually realized, and all of the protective measures that we learned during the engagement in Ukraine are taken? Guess what's going to happen in the next war? They're going to figure out a way around that shit. Yeah, they did find a glitch in the Matrix. There's dudes in Ukraine who have 12-gauge who have shotguns that are just shooting drones out of the sky, Russian drones out of the sky. They literally hired a hacker, and they put a bunch of stuff in storage containers. They shipped them to Russia, and they took out like a bunch of like legacy aircraft with like $25,000 in drones. And here's the interesting thing. It's just like, okay, take it easy, Sprout. Go eat. Take care of yourself. Here's the interesting thing. The same thing can be said for movie making. It's an insurgency, people. You have a phone in your pocket. You will beat Marvel if you just make movies. What's up, Stuart? Thanks for joining us. If anybody here loves Twitch, we do have a Twitch, but I don't care where you watch us. I'm just grateful you're here watching us. That's what it's all about. So yeah, I find military history very interesting, because military history, everything is downstream technologically from the military. Like the internet, that was a military thing that they came up with in the Air Force in the early 80s, I think, so that different military installations could talk to each other. And then, of course, they fucked that up. Cell phones, all of it. All of it. I definitely recommend reading The Battle of Hue, though, by Mark Bowden. I'm gonna have my editor clip the YouTube. You clip that for YouTube though. Let's go back to. Oh, here we go. This is another boomer. We're back on boomer shit, people. We're back on Boomer Book. Love it. Love to see it. Here we go. Be honest. If you and your family were invited to the White House to have a sit-down dinner with President Trump and the First Lady, would you go? Beginning of wisdom, Socrates. Look at these 700,000 followers. Let's see what they're trying to sell here. Oh, this is big stuff right here, everybody. Meta Facebook removed unpublished Thinking Humanity Facebook page with 7.2 million followers. Mom left in shock as 4-year-old boy brings home a baby deer friend from the woods. Wow. George Clooney shares why he gifted 14 of his best friends $1 million. They are literally being force-fed fucking moronic shit. Here you go. Health. Let's see. I bet you $50 this leads to some kind of ad. Let's see here. Later. I don't need Thinking Humanity. Based on reporting by Lad Bible. Okay. Well, 9 behaviors that indicate you may be an overthinker. Look at this. Here we go. I knew there's always going to be some racism. It's all just Manolis Glesos, the first person to take down Nazi flags. Yeah, he's Greek. I love that. God, dude, it's all just... Maybe this is like a legit... I don't know. It doesn't look legit to me. Yeah, no, this isn't fucking legit. Let's see here. An unmatched confidence. Can't wait to hear how fans will respond. Can't wait for the fans to sing who the... God, dude. Toxic phrases every gaslighter uses. That's it. That's the post. Oh my God, dude. These people are morons. How many times have we seen a Jimmy Kimmel fucking breaking? The first time I watched Return of the Jedi, I wondered how we were supposed to believe that a gelatinous... Oh, this is a Trump bad joke. Friends memes? Oh my God. NBC handed out a survey asking if Monica was a slut or a harlot. The audience firmly disagreed. Firmly disagreed with what? This is the wealthiest generation in human history. This is the largest transfer of wealth. They had everything. Accent on point. I know. I have to get I can do accents. I can do different. Well, some Ukrainian soldiers post drone vids on Facebook also. Yeah, they do, chicken nuggies. More books, time, and its discontents. All right. I'm writing it down. Duncan, I got to give you a picture, by the way. I don't know if Duncan's here. He gifted a sub on Twitch. It was our first gifted sub ever. If you're a fan on Facebook, we're still trying to get monetized on there. We need 2,600 watch hours in the next 5 months. Yeah, that's going to take a while. But, I have 250,000 followers on TikTok. That was, at the time, seemingly impossible. So, whatever. I'm going to just keep chipping away at it. I do enjoy, I enjoy streaming, though. It is fun. Let's see here. Is she a harlot? What the Jon Stewart lays into anti-woke nonsense. I'm a comedian. I've lost 2 words in 35 years. Are you fucking unimaginative that you can't figure that out? That's good. I love Robbie. He's great. That's actually funny and true. Maybe I don't know. I don't think we're focusing on the right things. I was looking at CNN.com earlier today. Have you all seen this interview with Angie Nixon and Carol Hunt? Let's look at this. Angie Nixon is a rock star, okay? She has to put up with so much bullshit. Oh, Casey Hunt, excuse me. Look at this bullshit.
Is he wrong?
Right.
Why? So, given all of that you've just said, Hakeem Jeffries, who would be in line to be Speaker of the House, recently said he doesn't support Medicare for all. He's not on that bill anymore. He used to be. Is he wrong?
Right.
Why is the leadership? Do Democrats have the right leaders here in Washington?
He is absolutely wrong. How can you all of a sudden change the tune? And I'll tell you how you change the tune. When your corporate donors
So should he
decide
not be
to
Speaker?
give you more money so that you won't, you know, that
She cuts her off. She cuts her off. Have you ever seen them go this hard against the president?
that is up to the Congress people. I'm running for U.S. Senate.
Well, what about Chuck Schumer? Should he be the majority leader if Democrats take back the Senate?
You know, I think I would possibly be looking elsewhere when I become the next United States Senator in regards to leadership. And I mean, we need to make sure that we have people who are centered on people, who are working for people, right?
Seems totally reasonable to me. Let's see what Casey has to say.
And so again,
Do you think
the
Schumer is going
majority
to
of
support
people
your
are-
campaign?
Oh, she just interrupted her again. Whatever, yeah, what comes after age of spectacle? Whatever it is, we're in it.
Do you expect Democrats in Washington to send money to help you win?
I actually have Democrats in Washington already sending me money and already
The
agreeing to
DSCC,
campaign
have they
donations.
Oh,
committed-
cut her off again. This is why corporate media sucks ass. Unreal. Just cuts her off time and time again. Time and time again. They literally cannot handle a black woman running for office on a economic populist platform. Oh, there you go. That's gotta be. Is that AI? I don't know. It looks like it could be. Like it's so aggressive. They're all just cutting her off. They're all just trying to do gotcha questions to prove that she's some kind of. And she handles them. You know what I think the funny thing is too about these like CNN anchors like Casey Hunt is that they literally would. They're like if Angie Nixon lost her election, she could have Casey Hunt's job like this. She doesn't need it, but she's far more talented than Casey Hunt is, because Casey Hunt has been interviewing geriatrics who she agrees with for the last decade. I don't know. Yeah. This is deep, Lucy. Yeah, it's true. It literally, yeah, it is. Oh my God. I have to hit him on this. Hang on a second. Yes. I am so glad we ran this statement by Jared before we published. It's so much lucrer and warmer. Way to not rock the boat, leader. Oh, Hakeem Jeffries. I Yeah, same here. Nuggies, it's awful. That's why you got to support independent media. Nah, it's all right, Sprout. I think I'll give Nuggies the admin or whatever it's called. Wow, happy birthday, Caroline Levitt. Um, I love Jen. I don't know her, but
I don't want to work with fascists. I don't want to collaborate with fascists. There is no working with criminals. We have to have an opposition party. Hakeem Jeffries needs to come out and speak to the people. The Democratic base wants fighters. You know who's number one right now in the 2028 presidential estimates on the markets? John Ossoff. Why?
Thank you for your service, Sprout. You're the GOAT.
Because he's calling out, why is Trump flying around with Natalie? Why is he such a corrupt criminal? He is an opposition speaker at the moment. Every time he gives a speech, he is opposing the corruption of this administration. We need to hear from future Speaker Jeffries immediately. Why are you meeting with Jared Kushner? Why is Jared Kushner at the center of everything in this government? This is why the Democratic Party's approval rating is so low. We have to have an opposition party. What I would prefer Hakeem Jeffries say to Jared Kushner is there's going to be billions of little investigations into you, Mr. Kushner, one for every dollar that you have used the United States of America, working class people, to enrich yourself. What the hell is going on with this island? You have all of Albania protesting. What's going on with all of these Saudi funds? Why are you in the middle of all of these meetings with Putin? Why are you in the middle of all these meetings with Netanyahu? Why did you drag us into this war? Do you even have a security clearance? That's how we're going to work with you, Mr. Kushner. Your ass is going to be drugged to the House. So don't think that we think for a second that the Trump regime gives a shit about affordability. This is a time where we cannot collaborate with these people. We have to be in opposition. So a little positivity in there that perhaps people in MAGA know the blue tsunami is coming, but not a lot of positivity for potential Speaker Jeffries. I think those in the House right now, if he doesn't answer for this and talk about this publicly and talk to the people in the House, there needs to be if we win, there needs to be a new speaker. Because we cannot have any collaborating with these criminals.
I'm done, man. I'm done. Yep. Oliver's awesome too. I actually interviewed Oliver in character. He's a really funny guy. He's a good dude. He cares. I'm going to go off here in a second just on the Democratic establishment because I think that it's great that oh, I put the wrong. So I think it's great that we're doing this thing with where we're holding the this is such a pain in the ass. Sorry, everybody. 1 second. I'm trying to fix something. Forget it. Flamingo riot, DSA Oliver Instant post where people literally filled with bots. It was insane. People using tech and bots to make actual good candidates look bad. Actually, this is gonna happen a lot. It happened a lot in my in the primary that I was helping Kat Abu Ghazaleh. She's a friend of mine, and I volunteered to help her campaign several times. And there were not only a ton of bot armies, there was also a lot of dark money groups that were flooding social media with obvious lies. And yeah, it was all bullshit. Very disappointing. So let's see here. Party crashers. Sorry, everybody. Give me a second here. Okay. Thank you for your patience. So yeah, the problem with all of this shit is that the reason why Hakeem Jeffries is talking to Jared Kushner is because Hakeem Jeffries and Jared Kushner have the same interests, which is not fucking up the bag. Hakeem Jeffries takes money from Palantir. Hakeem Jeffries supports candidates that are pro-AI, pro-crypto. His best buds in the Senate are Chuck Schumer and Kristen Gillibrand, both of whom have been outspoken champions of crypto money. The reason why Hakeem Jeffries is talking to Jared Kushner is not because they want to like work on bipartisan shit together. Well, that's not true, actually. But it's always been bipartisan, people. We talk about this a lot on stream, but if you're new here, and never conflate liberties with freedom. Absolutely right. And she's got the Jolly Roger flag. Hell yeah. This is a pirate stream. So I appreciate that. No, like, it pisses me off because it pisses me off because everybody's like, oh, Jared Kushner, hashtag the resistance. Or Hakeem Jeffries, hashtag resistance. Hakeem Jeffries has not done any fucking thing to resist anyone. He doesn't care. Hakeem Jeffries is part of the problem. Hakeem Jeffries is part of the problem that got us here. Hakeem Jeffries is part of what I call the kayfabe generation of politics, the neoliberal economic establishment. Neoliberal economic establishment does not mean just Democrats. It means Democrats. It means Republicans. Okay? It is the neoliberal economic order that was started by Ronald Reagan and his friends, and that has continued on uninterrupted for 36 years. And it doesn't matter if it was a Democrat in office or a Republican. In the last 36 years, the rich have gotten richer, the poor have gotten poorer. And it has only been faster. That's the only difference between now and in 1980 is it only happens faster and the gap gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And Hakeem Jeffries is a product of that world. He is part of the kayfabe of politics, which basically means that Democrats pretend to hate Republicans and Republicans pretend to hate Democrats. And Republicans do hate actual Democrats, like actual like Roosevelt, New Deal, but not racist Democrats. Oh no. My camera overheated, everybody. Give me a second. Man. It's not even that hot. Let's see if it works now. There we go. Okay, let's see if this works. Hang on a second. It might get hot again. I don't know. The thing is, though, is that politics is not fixed, but it is scripted. And Hakeem Jeffries has always been part of the generation of scripted politics, which means they make it seem like they're fighting, but really at the end of the day, the only thing that they are. Thank you, Manuel. I am speaking Firefax, and the camera can't take it. Basically, what happens is Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer are basically like professional wrestlers. They have a role to play, and they're supposed to pretend to be the foils to the evil Republicans, who are abjectly evil. The Republicans are actually evil, though. They want to make the world the Handmaid's Tale because they're all broken, insecure losers. The Democrats are equally broken and equally insecure, but they just want to make it like smart people utopia for people with like master's degrees or better and have like at least $500,000 in their 401k. That is the Chuck Schumer base, is like suburban people that can't be bothered with having to handle anybody else's pain or suffering. So yeah, Hakeem Jeffries and Jared Kushner are talking because that's like Vince McMahon, that's like Hulk Hogan and his worst villain in wrestling talking. They always were having coffee after the match, It's like, hey, I hate you, brother. And then somebody's like, yeah, you're the worst, Hulk. And then like they meet up afterwards and pat each other on the ass and say, hey, nice match. That's what it is. That's what Washington, D.C. has been up until this point. And this is the reason why Trump won in the first place, because Hillary Clinton represented that. She represented business as usual politics. And when I say business as usual, I mean business, period. Washington, D.C. was literally just the lubricant by which corporations could continue to pay its shareholders. That's it, period. End of sentence. It was never about political values. It was about political value. And Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries, what he decided when he was very young was, instead of being himself and doing the right thing by his constituents, what he decided is that he was going to win the admiration of people like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand, people who had money and power and access in the Democratic establishment where he hoped to rise. And instead of being a young, rising star with a positive, constructive message for the planet, for the world, this is my vision of the future, what he decided to do was get ahead in the reactionary fucking Model UN West Wing upper version of the Democratic Party that is now going to get us all killed. I'm so sick and tired. I'm so sick and fucking tired of Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries and Kirsten Gillibrand and Chuck Schumer telling me how bad Donald Trump is. He's bad. He's corrupt. Your groceries are going up because of Republicans. No shit. If I needed somebody to narrate my fucking problems for me in a compelling way, I would tell ChatGPT to have Morgan Freeman's voice do it. I do not need elected officials telling me what is fucked up about our country. I can literally see it every single day. So Hakeem Jeffries wants to go get lunch with Jared Kushner. What are they fucking talking about? It doesn't matter what they're talking about. It does not matter what they're talking about. The very nature of the conversation is insignificant. We are at the fucking mattresses with these people. Do you not understand that, Hakeem Jeffries? Do you not understand that this is a street fight? It is a political street fight. This is an existential threat to our country. That is what your candidate ran on in 2024, the one that I voted for because of harm reduction. You said that our republic is at risk. That was the talking point of the Democratic Party. And now you are having fucking Cobb salad with the guy who is proving to be an existential threat, and I'm supposed to be excited about this? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. It's a bunch of bullshit. Hakeem Jeffries is full of shit. Period. End of sentence. I need to switch up my coffee mug for this rant because I want Hakeem Jeffries to know who we are and who we aren't. And you can't see that from my... This is the reveal. Are you ready? Not The View, baby. If you want to go on CNN, Hakeem Jeffries, if you want to go on CNN, if you want to be peddled softball questions about the fucking reflecting pool, yeah, same here, Smokey. Same here. I'm fucking terrified. If this is the best we have right now, the guy who's going to get lunch with Trump's son-in-law, who's invading Albania, who's brokering billion-dollar deals with the Saudis, that's the guy that our party's cozying up to? Get the fuck out of here. What a crock of shit. Don't tell me, you know, I hate when the people who are like the vote blue no matter who people, you know, they're always like, you guys, the people on the left, you're worse than MAGA because, shut up. Your fucking hero just got lunch with Jared Kushner. Who, by the way, guess who helped Jared Kushner write some privatized prison regulation? Van Jones. You can Google that. All these heroes. This is what I'm talking about, though, folks. This is what I'm talking about. It's the George Carlin thesis statement, okay? It's a club, and we're not in it. That's what he meant by that. We are never going to get invited to that fucking meal. We are never going to have a seat at the table, okay? The only way we're ever going to get a seat at the table is if we get people like Abdul El Sayed and Angie Nixon and Will Donovan, Will Lawrence and Donovan McKinney, and people that are in swing states fighting against fascism in swing states, so that people in swing states like Alyssa Slotkin and Kirsten Gillibrand, who's not in a swing state, can't get together and say, well, Zoran only works in New York City in the commie corridor. No, it's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Everybody needs economic relief right now. Everybody needs economic relief right now. And the reason why fascists are able to keep people hungry is because they keep them angry. Because if you have somebody who's angry, they don't care about eating. That's why they're always talking about racism. They're always doing racist shit or homophobic shit and punching down on the most marginalized people in society, because they know that poor, racist people will gladly go hungry if they hear the most powerful voice in the country tell them that they're better than another poor person. Yeah, there you go, Lucy. This is good improv, people. Cobb salad. Where's that cyclospora bacteria when you need it? That's real. So yeah, that's the thing I'm gonna ask everybody to do right now. One, if you want to go to if you want to share the stream, do that. And if you have somebody that you care about who is trying to participate in this democracy and is genuinely concerned for its well-being, tell them to support independent creators and journalists and lawyers. Do not listen to the news, because the news is literally just the ring. When I was talking about politics being professional wrestling with the legacy Democrats and the legacy Republicans and all the guys that got to tickle Newt Gingrich's balls on the racquetball court, they don't give a shit. They are not equipped to deal with this, because basically what happened was there was like a subset of the American population in the 90s that was just obsessed with politics. And other than that, no one paid attention. Okay? Other than that, no one was paying any attention. But now everyone is paying attention because they can't afford not to. You have to be paying attention right now, because literally every day for people is you wake up, you don't know if you're going to have food, you don't know if you're going to have health insurance, your credit card company's calling you, you have to reset all your passwords, you don't know if your phone's fucking charged, your location is being shared with Flock, and then it's also being shared with Build-A-Bear, and you don't know how you're going to get home because the bus is always late because they've privatized public transportation, and no one can not pay attention to what's happening right now. So the only thing everybody is doing in order to avoid what is happening on a regular basis is scroll on their phones. And the people responsible for it, the people who are responsible for fighting back and stopping this, the Hakeem Jeffries of the world, are relying on you to be upset about Jimmy Kimmel and the canoeist who defaced the reflecting pool or didn't. That's what they want you to talk about. They want you to talk about a $15 million fucking reflecting pool instead of $600 billion that is going to be earmarked so that we and Israel further deepen our codependent relationship with one another. They don't want to talk about the Kushners and how corrupt they are. Okay? ABC can't do it. CNN can't do it. Washington Post can't do it. New York Times can't do it. You know why they can't do it? Because they got big-ass buildings that they have to pay rent for. They have big-ass buildings they have to pay rent for. They have huge expenditures. They have whole-ass staffs. And I'm not saying that journalism is bad. I'm saying it's great. It used to, I mean, I don't know. Was it? Maybe. Yeah, I guess. But they've certainly failed us. They've certainly failed us in this moment. They are failing us actively. When I see the headline on the nightly news is the reflecting pool Olympian is acquitted, that's fantastic. I'm happy that guy got acquitted. But guess what? The guy fucking went into the reflecting pool and was being prosecuted by Judge Box of Wine, who used to be a Fox News anchor and has had more fucking Botox in her face than Larry Ellison. I'm sorry, that is not an existential threat to our country. The weaponization of the Justice Department, maybe, but there are far more pressing examples of that. There are protesters in Minnesota. There are protesters in Texas. Bread and circus. That's right, Nuggies. Hell no. I'm not licking any boots. Fuck that. This is an information street fight, people. This is an information street fight. This is a storytelling street fight. It's exhausting, though. I know it's exhausting, everybody. We're doing our best. We're all gonna get through this, though, I promise. The thing we have to do, the most important thing, is stick together. And the other thing we need to do we need to rely on our community. We have to build a version of the world that we want to see, because if we don't do it right in front of our faces, we're cooked. Period. Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me in the least. It doesn't surprise me in the least. I'm trying to get an appointment with the EEOC right now, and because I have an ADA diagnosis, and it's kind of a long story with my past employer, but there is a 6-month backlog, and Social Security is Social Security disability is nearly impossible to get on, for those of you who don't know. So you basically, in order to get Social Security disability, I'm not on it. I just know this because I used to work with a lot of people that used to be on it, or that were on it. And you have to prove that you can't work another job for like 2 years. So you basically are just starving for 2 years. If you have to prove that you can't work for 2 years because you're disabled. So you would have to wait 2 years to get the support you need because you're disabled by proving that you can't eat for 2 years. What do you do for 2 years? What do you do for the 2 years it takes you to it's obscene. Yeah, no, it is still in practice. Yeah, good call out. We do need to do a better job with that. It's another issue we have to add, but it's an important one because here's the thing. This is the code, okay? This is the code, all right? You have to have a code first of all. But you have to comfort the afflicted and you have to afflict the comfortable. Period. End of sentence, okay? You always punch up. We got to go for systems, not voters. We always have to punch up. And if we're not doing that shit on a regular basis here and doing what we can, the little things for the people that need our help, we're all going to lose. The good news is, though, we have everything we need, baby. We got everything you need. You know why? Because we got nothing to lose. The strong must protect the weak. Thank you, Manuel. Comfort the afflicted, afflict the comfortable. Okay? That's how you know. Punch up. Got to punch up. Everybody likes a comeback story. Everybody likes the underdog, right? The amount of fucking MAGA idiots that think that they're Luke Skywalker astounds me. You're fighting for the Emperor, morons. You're stormtroopers, fucking dildos. It's like the public education in this country has really failed us. But you know, I was lucky enough to have a good one, and I had the privilege of having a good one. So, and it seems like everybody in this chat got one. Sorry, I have to hit this person back. Yeah, mutual aid is good. You should go to kapow.works if you like mutual aid. Like I told you, my friend Kat, she does good work with that mutual aid stuff. She made her campaign office a mutual aid hub, and now she's helping other campaigns do it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I just got this email. It's really throwing my day off. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, Fox News propaganda has definitely harmed the country. But, you know, all news is propaganda to a certain extent, okay? Like, corporate media has harmed the country. Oh, we got 5 subscriptions on Twitch. Everybody, if you got a Twitch account, You can gift us a sub on Twitch. We're not monetized on YouTube yet, but we're going to set up a buy me a coffee, I think, or something like that. But hey, I got to go take care of some business. But thank you all so much for joining us. I really hope that you enjoyed me popping off on Hakeem Jeffries there at the end. I'm going to have my editor, Chris, clip that. And then, yeah, please be sure to join us. There are a million different ways. We're at twitch.tv/partycrashers if you want to drop a sub over there. Or just share our stuff with somebody that you care about if you think it's worth sharing. I'm kind of new to the streaming thing, but I've been doing comedy in Chicago and on the internet for 15 years. I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. So, yeah, this is just another one of my little adventures. Sprout, thank you. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Manuel. Good luck on the job search, my friend. We're thinking of you. We're sending good vibes. Everybody send good vibes to Manuel. Thank you, Smokey Mirror. You were late. Chicken Nuggies, always a pleasure. Valentals, you all are the greatest. Have a meaningful day, Lucy Bell. We're going to be sure to continue to advocate for disability rights because eugenics was started in the United States of America. I have to add that on my little card. I got NIPSCO as a reminder. Yeah, there still are pianos. Let me put this disability. Right. I have this little Joker card here. It reminds me of what we have to stand up on business. Yeah, and we're gonna do real quick. This is for the viewers. We have a modest man never talks to himself. Oh yeah, there still are pianos in the main bench of the Chicago Public Library. Manuel, 1 second. I'm gonna do a little candle here for you, just to help you with your job search because right now I don't have a job, so I know what that's like. But this is my job. I'm just not making any fucking money, but that's fine. I'll get there. Don't worry about me. Where's my son of a bitch? Where's my lighter? All right. Shit. Wait a minute. Oh. Haha. I got it, Manuel. Modest man never talks to himself. We lit a candle here for Manuel. Got Patrick Stewart on the candle. Oh, you need a job too, Sitiali? This is for all the people looking for jobs in the community right now. We got a candle lit. We're going to send up some blessings. Let's help our friends get some jobs. Let's live long and prosper. Let's be healthy. Let's be happy. Let's create, not destroy. Let's be curious, not judgmental. Let's get out there and kick some ass, some fascist ass. As Afro Man once said, everything's going to be all right. So sell your dope. Let's go do good things, people. Let's get out there.